Hinduism, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism. What do these religions have in common besides that I know very little about them? Reincarnation, defined by Oxford Languages, is the rebirth of a soul in a new body. People have been toying with the idea of reincarnation for hundreds of years in both wacky, welcoming, and whimsical ways. None more well known to anime audiences today than the isekai, where a person is transported to another world with their memories intact to either have the best fantasy narrative, comedy, or power trip you've ever seen, or a low fantasy romp to the nearest harem. Isekai is one of the most popular genres of anime that exist, and for good reason. Each one has infinite potential as a normal fantasy, with the familiarity of our own world. However, the opener was structured around reincarnation, not isekai. So what if you had been reborn in our own world, but were oblivious to the people you'd been, the strings tying your life to others, the mistakes you'd made, the lessons you'd learned, the meaning you'd found, the regrets you'd formed, the grudges you'd held, and the people you'd scorned? Many have pondered these questions, or even assumed they would know the answer. The only proper exploration of this topic that I have found comes from a man born in Osaka, Japan. Satoshi Mizukami is a manga illustrator and writer born at the start of the 1980s. He is most well known for his creation of Planet With, Hoshi no Samidare, Sengoku Youko, and the subject of this video, Spirit Circle. The Spirit Circle manga ran from May 30th, 2012 to March 30th, 2016 and was published by Shonen Gohosha in Japan and Seven Seas Entertainment in North America. I had never heard of Spirit Circle until around November 2023 when some friends and I were browsing the next season's upcoming anime. I forgot about the manga at the time, only to be reminded of it under the same circumstances as before, where I then decided to read it. After starting the manga on December 20th and finishing it the night of December 24th, I was enthralled. Spirit Circle was so incredible among all the manga I had read that I was flabbergasted that I had never seen or heard of it before. And that's why I'm here now, to shill it to you. I could summarize the first chapter, avoiding spoilers and making dumb jokes like any other AniTuber, but it wouldn't convey the reverence of Spirit Circle. So instead, I will spark note it and give my thoughts. Spirit Circle follows the current incarnation of the two main characters. Ishigami Koko wishes to kill Futa Okeya because she has knowledge of all their past lives, and Okeya must relive his past lives in order to understand why she wants him dead. Each past life we get the privilege of witnessing is fascinating, both for their own narratives and the influence each life has on Okeya. The story presents gripping confrontations, fascinating reveals, and isn't bogged down by its supernatural systems mechanics. Its short length allows it to explore its themes without beating around the bush. And lastly, the manga's final chapters and conclusion graced me with such a profound sense of catharsis that it put into perspective how few manga I have read over the years that gave me the feeling it did. The friend I asked to proofread my scripts put it like this when trying to describe how it felt to one of his own friends. This is the oddest thing, in a good way. It filled me with a really odd sense of nostalgia, but it doesn't remind me of anything else I've tried. Just lodged itself in my brain like I've known it for a long time, and it was really good. When he told me about his experience, the only word I could think of to describe it was, ironically, timelessness. Spirit Circle will make you frustrated and anxious, sorrowful and depressed, thankful and elated. You will relate to its characters and their past lives in one way or another, and learn from their experience. And I hope you will find an appreciation for the one life you are gifted the same way that I did. With the recommendation all done, I thought I'd let you all know that another one of Satoshi Mizukami's works, Sengoku Youko, is receiving an anime adaptation this season. The animation is being done by White Fox Studio, known for their work on Steins Gate, The Devil is a Part-Timer, Re:Zero, Goblin Slayer, and The Overly Cautious Hero. So I don't really know what to expect stylistically or quality-wise. I'm very excited to watch the show when it starts airing on January 10th, but I can't really expect Satoshi to give me another Spirit Circle. Stories like that are only made sporadically every few years, and I'll just have to hope for the best. In the meantime, Spirit Circle lands itself on the coveted 3x3, with my highest recommendation. There's a fucking cat in here! Get out of here!